I need to be honest with you today. There was a time in my life where I genuinely thought being busy meant I was progressing. I thought exhaustion meant I was winning. I thought if I kept moving, kept working, kept grinding, and eventually life would change. But the truth, I was busy, not effective. And that realization hurt me so deeply because one day I looked at my life honestly and realized something terrifying. I was spending my entire life reacting to problems, reacting to pressure, reacting to notifications, reacting to everybody else's demands. And somewhere inside all that noise, I lost control of my own time. I was physically present, but mentally exhausted, emotionally drained, always moving, but never fully clear. Welcome to the Time Pace Podcast, the podcast about time, discipline, mindset, systems, purpose, execution, and learning how to build a life that gives you freedom back. My name is Justice Chinorumba, entrepreneur, business builder, system thinker, and African diaspora. A man who has worked across different countries, different industries, different pressures, and someone obsessed with understanding one thing, the true value of time. Because I've lived both sides of life, I know what it feels like to work endlessly. I know what it feels like to be the one who left home, the one the family is counting on, the one carrying responsibility across borders, and still feel like you are not moving fast enough. And maybe some of you understand that feeling exactly. You wake up tired in a city that is not home, your mind is overloaded, you have goals, visions, dreams, but every day feels like survival. And eventually you stop questioning it because chaos becomes normal. This is dangerous. That is dangerous. Because the biggest losses in life do not happen suddenly. They happen silently. One distracted day at a time, one delayed decision at a time, one excuse at a time. I want to speak directly to the African diaspora because the conversation about time, discipline, and freedom sounds different when you are carrying what we carry. Whether you are in Lagos, Accra, Nairobi, Harare, Cape Town, or whether you are in London, Houston, Toronto, Dubai, there's a specific kind of exhaustion that Africans know. It is the exhaustion of double pressure. The pressure of building your own life while simultaneously holding someone else. You are working, you are sending money home, you are managing family expectations. You are navigating systems that were not designed for you. You are proving every single day that leaving Africa was worth it. And in the middle of all that, you are supposed also to build your future. Finding time to invest, finding time to learn, finding time to rest, and finding time to think. That is not a time management problem. That is a system problem. That is a clarity problem. That is a structure problem. And nobody taught us how to solve it. Because where we come from, hardship was respected. Struggle was seen as evidence of character. And rest was often misread as laziness. So we become experts at enduring. But endurance without direction is just suffering with good posture. That is when I realized I did not have a money problem. I had a clarity problem. I had a time problem. I had a systems problem. And more importantly, I'd become emotionally reactive instead of intentional. The reason my conversation with AI tools affected me so deeply is because for the first time, I saw technology differently. Not just as entertainment, not just as productivity, but as a mirror, a tool for awareness, a tool that forces honesty. And as we know, honesty changes lives, changes people. One night I sat down and asked Claude AI questions. Questions I had avoided asking myself for years. Questions like, what happens? What patterns? Why? Wow. So I asked Claude, what patterns do you see in how I describe my days? Why do I procrastinate even on things I care about? What habits might be stealing my future without me realizing? What are my blind spots? The things I kept avoiding. If I keep living exactly as I am right now, where do I end up in 5 years? The answers forced me to confront myself honestly. But sometimes we already know what's wrong. We are just avoiding facing it. I said I wanted success. I said I wanted financial freedom. I said I wanted to build something real. But my habits shows distraction, inconsistency, emotional exhaustion from caring too much without system. Lack of structure, lack of focus. No real recovery time. Discipline in spades, not in systems. And that contradiction was costing me years of my life. That moment changed me because I realized something powerful. Time is not just passing. Time is either being invested or being wasted. There is no neutral, there is no in between. And every single day, your future is being built by what you repeatedly do. That is personal for me because I know what it feels like to work hard yet you still feel stuck. I know what it feels like to carry pressure silently, to feel mentally overloaded, to feel like your mind never rests, to feel like you are constantly behind. And I also know what happens when you finally slow down enough to reflect honestly. That reflection on yourself changes everything. Most Africans today, at home and in the diaspora, are not suffering from lack of opportunity. They are suffering from overstimulation, emotional chaos from carrying everyone's expectations, distractions, social media, comparison, noise, lack of systems, lack of intentional living. And AI revealed something important to me. The future does not belong to the busiest people. It belongs to the clearest thinkers. Because smart people are now using AI differently, not to avoid thinking, to think better, not to escape their problems, to gain clarity needed to solve them, to remove the noise, to regain time, to regain focus, to regain emotional clarity, to regain control of their lives. That is the real revolution right now. And many people are going to miss it. Just like the people who ignored the internet in the early days. Just like Africa was late to adopt mobile money until M-Pesa proved what was possible. Just like the diaspora was slow to use digital tools to invest back home, until a generation of young Africans started building on the continent remotely. Some people will use AI for entertainment, others will use it to transform their lives. That difference will create a massive gap over the next decade. AI will not replace disciplined people. AI will multiply disciplined people. And that is why your mindset matters more than ever. Because technology without discipline still creates chaos. I want to say something that does not get said enough. The African diaspora is one of the most educated and most resilient, most respected populations on earth. You have navigated immigration systems, you have learned foreign languages and cultures. You have operated in environments designed to make you invisible. And you have survived. In many cases, thrived. But surviving is not the ceiling. And the reason most diaspora Africans have not yet broken through from surviving to building is not lack of intelligence. It's not lack of work ethic. It is lack of time and lack of system. Here is what buying your time back actually looks like for an African in the diaspora or for an African building in the continent. It looks like using Claude AI to do in 30 minutes what used to be done in 3 hours. It looks like automating your WhatsApp business responses so customers are served while you sleep. It looks like building a digital product from your expertise that earns income when you are not working. It looks like using AI research African investment opportunities you never had time to study. It looks like creating content consistently, building an audience and a brand without burning out. It looks like translating your skills into multiple income streams that serve the continent. Buying your time back is not a luxury. For the African building across the borders and generations, buying your time back is the strategy. I started using Claude AI to simplify my life, to buy my time back, to reduce the mental overload, to structure my thinking, to automate repetitive tasks that were eating most of my productivity out, to create faster, to think clearer. And suddenly I started recovering hours of my life every single week, hours I could spend learning on what I need to learn to grow my business, to build things I had been putting off for months. Resting without guilt. Spend real time with my family. Be present with my family, not just physically there. Think deeply about where I am going to, not just reacting to where I am. To become intentional again. For the first time in a long time, I felt mentally lighter. Then that mattered because nobody talks enough about mental exhaustion. The exhaustion constantly carrying everything in your mind, the emotional fatigue of trying to keep up with life whilst keeping up, the pressure of always feeling behind. The weight of survival mode as permanent state. This is exactly why systems matter. This is why discipline matters. This is why awareness matters. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is protection. Protection from becoming reactive. Protection from wasting your potential. Protection from losing years unconsciously. Protection from arriving at a future you never chose. And this is the truth many people avoid. You do not need another motivational video. You need honest reflection. You need awareness. You need systems. You need intentional living. You need to audit your life honestly. Ask yourself, where is my time actually going, hour by hour? What habits quietly destroy my future? What emotional patterns keep me off my course? What distractions am I choosing because they feel easier than the work? If I keep living exactly like this, what does my life look like in 5 years? And is this the life I came this far to build? Because awareness creates change. At the moment you become conscious of your patterns, your life begins to shift. The goal of success is not endless hustle. The goal of success is freedom, more time, more peace, more control, more presence, more intentional living. And that is what time pays truly means. It means understanding that your life is literally being traded hour by hour. Every hour you spend unconsciously is an hour you cannot reclaim. Every system you build buys your hours back. Every tool you master multiplies your time. Every distraction you eliminate returns your life to you. So protect your attention, protect your mind, protect your time. Learn the tools of the future, build systems, adapt, think deeper, and stop living unconsciously. This is episode 1, and in the episodes ahead, this is where we are going together. Episode 2, you are not behind, you are becoming. Why the African timeline is not the world's timeline. Episode 3, your purpose may be hiding in what you love. How passion becomes business that buys your freedom. Episode 4, 10 cloud AI hacks every African needs right now. Gaining time, making money, investing in Africa. Episode 5, the WhatsApp money machine. Full automation for African business using cloud AI. In episode 6, Africa Speaks, how to build a cloud-powered translation business saving the entire continent. Every episode is practical, and every episode is specifically designed for African experience. Every episode is built around one conviction, that African diaspora has the tools available to it right now that no generation before has ever had. And that time, disciplined, intentional, system-driven time, is the asset that changes everything. Because one day you will either look back proudly at how you invested your time or painfully at how you wasted it. You are not running out of money, you are running out of time. And now, time does not wait for anyone. Not in Lagos, not in London, not in Accra, no Harare, Nairobi, or Houston or Toronto.